Good evening and welcome to the Village Board meeting for the Village of Pleasantville. Today is Monday, November 27. If you're watching live on Monday, November 27, we encourage you to call in if you have comments or questions. Our call-in number is 769-1677. Our next regular meeting is 2 weeks from today, Monday, December 11 at 8, with a work session at 7 p.m. And as always, you can watch us online at pctv76.org. Where you can also pick up an on-demand webcast within a few days of this and previous meetings, and also watch us live on the government channel on Verizon and Optimum Cable TV. Tonight is a happy annual event when, for inexplicable reasons, we get a big audience to discuss our resolutions.
Budget.
It's one of the happiest nights of the year when we have an opportunity to invite young people in our community who have served the community in various ways as volunteers, and in many cases as the engine that makes some of the trains run. So it's a really happy opportunity to invite everybody here. And it's a day of celebration not only for all of you, but also a day of celebration in the village for the Pleasantville Panther football team, which yesterday brought home the New York State Championship in Section B. So, any crossover in tonight's group with the members of the football team, congratulations to all of you. And I am happy to report we've been back and forth talking to the school district and the police and the fire department and the DPW folks, and at 11:15 on Sunday we are going to muster a parade in honor of the state champions. So details to follow, because the details are being put together even as we speak, but the plan is on Sunday, this coming Sunday at 11:15, we'll muster on Wheeler Avenue by Lucy's, headed back around the block around the senior center over to Tompkins, and the parade will head up Bedford Road, turn right on Romer, and end appropriately at the circle at Pleasantville High School. So more on that as the details get developed, but be there or be square, 11:15 on Sunday to honor what I think is the first ever state champion. Brought home.
That'll be our first ticker tape parade?
Well, I'm not sure we want to volunteer ticker tape, because then we'll have to clean it up.
Clean it up, right, so forget that.
And we don't exactly have concrete canyons, but certainly a great opportunity to honor the many players and the many parents and staff people that made possible this great accomplishment. So congratulations. But our purpose tonight is to honor so many of you who have come here tonight, nominated by the various organizations you represent, and we will invite, if there is an adult leader or a student member of each group who would like to comment on the activities of each program, we invite you to do so, and then we'll call out each of you. So let me transition to the podium. As has been the case in previous years, very simple ground rules. We call out your name, come on up, receive the certificate we have for you. You can loop your way around the back and receive a special edition, limited edition, a Pleasantville bag, which we expect to see at 11:15 on Sunday. Filled with celebratory ticker tape. And as is so often the case, we have a whole number of young people who are recognized for more than one volunteer effort. And so we have a certificate for each one of those things, but only one bag. So on your second time around, no need to load up on a second bag. If I butcher your name, I deeply apologize, but that's a transient failing. If we have misspelled your name on your certificate, you don't have to live with that the rest of your life. Do not hesitate to let Patty or Judy know that we got that wrong, and we'll fix it for you, because we really would like everybody to go home with a certificate that is so richly deserved. So our first organization tonight is the High School ECHO organization. Is there somebody from ECHO who would like to talk about what goes on? Welcome.
Hello, I'm Allison Steinberg. I'm one of the co-advisors of Pleasantville ECHO, which is a community service club at the high school. Our most notable event that recently took place was our blood drive that the community was really great about helping out with. And with the shortage, with all the hurricanes and everything that had happened recently, there was a really big push for blood collections in the area. And we had over 120 pints collected, which is amazing for a really small school district. So thank you to the community for helping us with that. ECHO is one of the largest clubs in the high school, but these kids that were chosen for this award have really gone above and beyond with their community service. So we just wanted to thank them today.
Thank you. Stay on up here. And you can one of the few organizations that literally taps your blood for service. So let me call out the members of the group who are being honored, and as mentioned, come on up, receive your certificate, and then make your way around. Amber Alahari. Congratulations. Thank you. Allegra Copeland. Good. Evelyn Lee. Phoebe Luciano. James Prizeman. Jody Zismore. Thank you, Jody. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you very much. Our next group is the High School Student Visions Group, a cooperative venture with the Chamber of Commerce. Anyone like to comment about that? All right. I'll read the, did you want to? Okay, great. Come on up.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Wynot, and I'm joined tonight by my co-president, Nick Puglisi. We are part of Visions, a group focused around the involvement of students from Pleasantville High School with the Pleasantville community. Our goal is to inspire students at Pleasantville High School to become active members of the community, and students are encouraged to be good citizens and to work collaboratively with the village by promoting events and programs that improve and enrich our community.
We are a group that acts as the middleman between the students and the community. Some of our accomplishments are creating coloring book care packages alongside the National Art Honor Society, raising money for global school initiatives, working with Guiding Eyes for the Blind, and much more. Our primary fundraising activity that we do annually is the Fishbowl booth at Pleasantville Day. We would like to thank our advisors, Tony Emerson and Joanne Puglisi, for all of the attention and support. They have been working with this organization for a great number of years, and what we accomplished would not be possible without them. We would also like to thank the Chamber of Commerce as a whole for their cooperation and assistance.
Thank you, guys. Why don't you stay on up here. Another shout out to Tony Emerson, who's sitting over there in the corner. Tony's been really the engine behind this whole thing, and if this evening activity happened when Tony had been in high school, she would certainly have been called up multiple times. So thank you, Tony. All right, so we'll leave the two of you for last. Rosa Hahn. Sophia Tomei. Amanda Santos. Melanie Ipyam. And the two folks who lead all this and from whom you have already heard, Nick Puglisi and Sarah Wynot. We have a good long list from the multi-award winning Pleasantville Farmers Market. The folks at Food Chester run a program that depends heavily on interns, and they will be happy to tell us about it. Good evening.
Hello. Where are you? There you are.
I got your back.
Good. All right. I'm Peter Rogovan. This is Stuart Vance. We're from Food Chester, the community-based not-for-profit that runs the farmers market. And this is Steve Bates, the face of the market. He's there every Saturday, our executive director. We had a really good year in the market. This was the fourth year in a row that your market won Best of Westchester. And that really raises the bar. The shoppers and the vendors who come to the market, when they show up in Pleasantville, they expect a really great experience. So how does Pleasantville pull off an event that is almost as big as the music festival every week with just a dozen people? It's done with a staff of really responsible, thoughtful, competent volunteers, your kids. 2/3 of the shoppers who come to our market come from outside of Pleasantville. And so our volunteers really are not just the face of the market, but they're the face of Pleasantville. And you see these volunteers, they're wearing their green shirts every week, and they're just a blur of activity. They're helping people with big smiles on their faces find the vegetables they're looking for, find the fruit, where's this vendor this week, help with music. They set up the kids events. They set up the chef tastings. They're doing all kinds of amazing work. They're there before the market opens, which is really early in the morning. Steve's there at 5, and I think our volunteers start showing up around 6 or 6:30. They stay until after it closes. And I think our greatest point of pride for the market is that we have a pretty organized schedule of who does what and who's supposed to show up. And a lot of our interns show up on days they're not even supposed to be there. They're not supposed to be working. They just think that the market is a pretty cool place to hang out. And can you imagine that? A farmer's market is a cool place for teens to hang out. That is so Pleasantville.
And they don't tap your blood.
You're right. No blood donations. So thank you to all of the interns. We couldn't do what we do without you. They're a really amazing group of young people. And I will turn it over to Steve Bates to call out their names and have them come on up here and be recognized. Thank you.
I don't know if your list is the same order, but that's the order I have the certificates in.
Okay, great. Yeah, so it is my pleasure to work with these kids on a weekly basis and to call them up here now so that they can receive their due acclaim. So if you're in attendance today, please come on up. So we have Bianca Balducci, we have Nicole Osinoff, and Julia Surrett. All three of those will not make the walk from college, where they are right now. And those that are currently in the room, most likely will be Ben Bialis, Grace Cusack.
Let them come up each time.
Patrick O'Mara. Noah Solomon. Here you go, Noah. Michael Wang. Thomas Wang. Phil Yahia. There you go, Phil. Josh Zweibaum. There you go, Josh. Annabelle Bresnahan. And Lily Vance. Mr. Vance right there. And that wraps up our accolades tonight. Thank you very much.
For the folks who weren't here.
Yep. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you, Farm Market. Extraordinary project that literally took sprout a couple of years ago, the community garden at St. John's. Is there someone from the community garden to speak? I recognize those people. What has become of you?
Thank you. Hi, my name is Devin Juros, and I'm the founder of the Pleasantville Community Garden. And we are a nonprofit organization that grows and collects fresh produce to donate to people in need across Westchester. We've had a fantastic year this year, and we've donated over 16,000 pounds of fresh produce to people in need in Westchester. And 10,000 pounds of this 16,000 pound total from this year came from our program with the farmers market. This has been an amazing program that we've run for 4 years now, where we collect leftover produce at the end of the farmers market every week and bring it to people that really need it. But this program takes a lot of volunteer power and a lot of organization. So the students that we would like to honor tonight have been instrumental in organizing the volunteers and volunteering for this farmers market program.
So we would really love to, first of all, honor the person who really organizes all the volunteers at the market, and that is Mia Dillon. And then we'd like to honor some of the other volunteers who come on Saturdays and help at the market and carry lots of vegetables all over the place. And those people are Nathaniel Dillon, Callie Sullivan, and Christina Skripskak.
Christina?
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. So Callie wasn't here.
Okay.
You want to take that home? Great. Thank you all. Really a great program. And thanks to the folks at St. John's for making their side yard available for the core piece of this. Really quite a great thing. As has been the case for many years, it's a long list of people to be honored for the Appalachia Service Project run out of the Presbyterian Church. And Gail Zarek is not able to be here tonight, but she is ably represented by a veteran of the program, Kathy Brown.
Thank you, Peter, and that's what I was going to say. Gail Zarek has been running the Appalachia Service Project, ASP, the mission trip out of Pleasantville for 15 years, and I believe next year, out of the Presbyterian Church, it'll be 20 years, but it's a program that's been going for a long time that absolutely does not happen without the youth volunteers stepping up to commit not just the 9 full days that it takes to travel and serve a week in Appalachia, making houses warmer, safer, drier, but also a lot of preparation work up front, including some service projects that are here local. I know Gail would like to be here, and I want her to. I want to tell you that I'm honored to speak on her behalf. I am very appreciative on behalf of the ASP mission trip for all the support of the entire community. You come out at our pancake breakfast and our spaghetti dinners and support the volunteers, and I want to particularly thank the support of the village. And with that,
All right. We'll call out the names. Stay on up here, and then you can participate in this. Daniel Emirati. Hannah Collins. Lauren Dugan. Gabe Fineout. Thank you, sir. Lisa Gulata. Kira Hickey. Thank you. Garrick Hoadley. Yeah, thank you. Kyle Largy. All right. You want to call this one out?
Yeah, sure.
let me guess.
Really? No. Samuel Lord. Congratulations.
Anna Grace Mockler. Kate Puglia. Sophie Rapley. Arthur Rogers.
I've actually seen a lot of ASPers here. We just haven't gotten to them yet.
Katie Schaub. Sydney Schulman. Dan Stangarone. Owen Stone. A repeat appearance by Sophia Tomei. Ben Trombetta. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Ben.
Thank you, ASP folks.
Thank you.
Also at, you want to take these and distribute them too? Also based at the Presbyterian Church is a social justice program. Someone like to speak on that? Then I'll read the little piece that they gave us. The Social Justice Program is a youth internship program that works to promote social justice in our community and beyond. The interns have been working on local hunger awareness and have also been on mission trips to work with immigrant farm workers in Florida. So those being honored from that group are Kamel Ruano, and Logan Bronkema. We have 4 honorees from the Holy Innocents Education Program.
Good evening. It is a privilege for me to be here this evening. As the director of the Religious Education Program at Holy Innocents, it is an honor to acknowledge 4 of our volunteers. These volunteers exemplify what it truly means to be a Christian. We have a program of over 600 students from grades 1 through 8. Our program is run by devoted volunteers who love God with all their heart, mind, soul, and strength, and they love God's children. These 4 volunteers are the most spirit-filled, joyful, and reliable young adults that I have ever worked with in my 37 years in ministry. The following three young ladies, I like to call them my three Isabellas, started volunteering to complete their service project for confirmation. Week after week, month after month, they continue to come beyond the service requirements. These three Isabellas truly exemplify what it means to live as a Christian. They started out because they were required to. They remained because it is who they are. I would also like to recognize a senior, Jack Fitzgerald. 3 years ago, Jack started out as an assistant catechist. Now, he co-teaches one of our 8th grade classes. Jack has been a great role model for all of his students who are now in the process of receiving confirmation. These students have reflected, prayed about, and discussed who they would choose as their sponsor, a great role model. And they found that role model in Jack Fitzgerald. Not one, but two of our confirmation candidates have asked Jack to be their sponsor. These students see the qualities in Jack that they want to strive for. We read in sacred scripture in Timothy chapter 4, verse 12, "Be an example for the believers in your speech, your conduct, your love, your faith, and your purity." Jack, you are that example. Kindly please step forward when you hear your name.
The three Isabellas, Isabella Chavez, Isabella Pepjonovic, and Isabella Fama. Chavez. Pepjonovic. Fama. And it's not Isabella Fitzgerald, it's Jack. So. Thank you. Welcome, sir, the Holy Innocents Youth Group. Holy Innocents Youth Group is our next. We need you up, Tom.
This is always an inspirational night. I'm always impressed by all the young people and all the good deeds and works that they do throughout the community and beyond. I'm Tom Connolly. I'm the youth minister of Holy Innocents Parish. I've been doing this for 16 years now. We acknowledge our youth group seniors. All right, we have a good-sized youth group and stuff, but most of my seniors have been with me for 4 years. Now, I can talk about them all night and stuff because they're just so incredible, and this group of seniors is extraordinary. And like I said, they were inspirational. I get emotional just thinking about all the, I get to see them in action. All right, the benefit of what I do is I get to see their hearts, their unselfishness, all right, how they serve others, and they do it joyfully, and like I said, I can go on forever. But standing to my left is my president, our youth group president, Declan McDermott, and he, if anybody, exemplifies who and what we're about, and he'll say a few words about the group.
Good evening. Like Mr. C said, we get to see a lot of great things in action. Over the last 3 years, I've been a member of youth group. A lot of us have. A lot of people here have been a member for a while, and it's just been a life-changing experience. We go on breakfast runs to New York City. We go to the cottage school, Ronald McDonald House. We perform a lot of different actions. And I think that the main thing with the youth group is Mr. C. Mr. Connery really just is the foundation of a youth group. He's been here forever. He's like a second dad to me. I would say that I'm the man I am because of him. And I would say that a lot of people in youth group are the people they are because of Mr. C. And Mr. Connery is just a great guy, and everything he does is just to help others. And I think that that really sticks with all the members of youth group. And like I said, the people in youth group are the people they are because of Mr. Connery. And I would like to thank him. And I would also like to thank the members of the youth group, because without the members of the youth group wouldn't be the youth group. So I think that's it.
All right, we'll call out each of you. Emma Hickey. Catherine Finnegan. Katie Keene. Grace O'Hara. Brian Rita. Charlie McPhee. And Declan McDermott.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Youth Recognition 2017 in the books. So as mentioned, if we have misspelled your name, you need to tell us, because we want those certificates to be right, because they are a small token of the appreciation of the village board and your community for the services you guys have provided. As is so often the case, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and many of the young people you saw honored tonight come from families where the older siblings and the parents have mirrored exactly the behavior you're being honored for here tonight. I can't count the number of times folks say to me what I have so often said to myself, and that is, I have never lived in a place where there was such a civic spirit, such a humane spirit, such a willingness on the part of so many people to come out for causes of all kinds and to assist folks here in Pleasantville and folks far beyond, and to make it possible for the zillions of things that go on in this small place to allow Pleasantville to look a whole lot bigger than it actually is. But not a whole lot bigger than its heart. As I have often said, it takes some doing to to live up to the name Pleasantville. And thanks to all of you who we have honored tonight, Pleasantville's reputation is safe for another year. So I want to thank you all. Delighted to have you, and it's a proud moment. So. Good evening, welcome back. We had a brief hiatus while the folks from the Youth Recognition Night had some congratulatory pictures and moved on. And as one can reasonably imagine, the rest of our activities were not so interesting to the average high school student. And so here we are.
Adults either.
You got that right.
A couple of announcements to make. As perhaps you heard at the outset, the Pleasantville High School Football team came home yesterday from the Carrier Dome in Syracuse with the trophy as the Section B New York State champions. A really extraordinary accomplishment, and the first ever such state championship brought home to Pleasantville, New York. And in honor of that, we're mustering a celebratory parade that will take place at 11:15 a.m. This coming Sunday, which is it December 3? Have I got that right?
Yep.
So Sunday, December 3 at 11:15, we're going to start at the corner of Wheeler and Bedford, right near Village Hall, and the parade will go up the hill, up Bedford Road towards the schools, turn right on Romer, and end up at the circle in front of the high school. It's a fast-moving target, and all I can report to you is we're going to be there and there will be a parade, but lots of folks are trying to figure out
Details are,
exactly what the parade will look like, but when you have an opportunity like this, it's not to be missed. So 11:15 a.m. on Sunday will be a celebratory moment. 2 days from today, Wednesday, November 29, we have our lighting ceremony of the tree and the dreidel at the corner of Great Oak Lane and Manville Road. That lighting ceremony is taking place at 7 p.m. sharp. All are welcome. Holiday songs, some presentations by school choruses. The sponsorship, as it has been in the past, joint venture with the Fancher Nickel American Legion Post, the Pleasantville Chamber of Commerce, and our folks in the Recreation Department. Hot chocolate and candy canes be available. So this coming Wednesday, November 29th at 7 p.m., be there on time to participate in the lighting ceremony. Also wanted to mention that in work session this evening, we had a brief discussion and presentation by the folks from Sunrise Senior Assisted Living. You may recall that a few months ago they made a proposal for a 79-unit senior assisted living project on the vacant lot to the left of the Methodist Church. They have now returned with a scaled-back project which proposes to be about 30% smaller and 1 floor lower. So they gave a presentation about that, and those of us on the board will be considering what they said and the rough plans that they presented to us over the next couple of weeks, working towards the goal of giving them some feedback on whether it feels like a project that warrants their further examination. So folks who are interested in that can take a look at the images that they showed us tonight, which we don't have yet, but Sunrise promised to email to us in electronic form. So as soon as we get them, we'll get them up on pleasantville-ny.gov and also on our Facebook page. So anyone who would like to take a look at that is welcome to do so, and we would welcome feedback of all kinds from folks who think this is a good idea, folks who have concerns, anywhere across the spectrum. So keep an eye out for that. Our general expectation is that we'll be able to give some feedback to the folks at Sunrise based on what they showed us when we meet again in 2 weeks. Farm Market has finished an extraordinarily successful run outside, and next week begins its run inside at the Pleasantville Middle School, opening I think at 8:30 now. It used to open at 9, so many of the vendors you're used to seeing outside will be, as they have in past years, in the Pleasantville Middle School every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Shout out to the school district for making available that space. Thank you very much. And then lastly, last of my comments, just another shout out to all the young people we honored tonight. I know there are more yet who are out there and deserve similar honors. Really an extraordinary bunch of young people, as we so often notice, keep so many things in Pleasantville running smoothly and create so many new opportunities. So really, really appreciate that. Folks have other announcements?
I know you said we can't miss the parade, but I'm going to miss the parade.
Aw.
The reason I'm going to miss the parade is because yet again, the high school is sending a contingent to Rochester to sing in the all-state chorus, including Ben Trombetta and Carter Ann Tanis and Kate Stargiotti.
Nice.
Wow, that's great. All right, well.
And Pleasantville Strong has an
Are there
event
2 more?
on November 30th.
Yeah.
2 years in a
Yeah,
row.
that's,
Yeah, 2 years in a
that's
row.
amazing.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
that's exciting.
So I know the football game was big, and I'm excited for them, and believe me, I'd love to be here, but I have other
We
obligations.
will represent you in the parade.
Well, hopefully they bring home a state championship and we'll have a parade for them.
And also, Pleasantville Strong is having an event on Thursday, November 30th at 7 o'clock. Is it 7? 7 o'clock. We'd ask everybody to join. A lot of great people coming in and important topics to be discussed. You can go to our website, which is pleasantvillestrong.org.
And I want to plug the Facebook page one more time. We have about 500 people following the Facebook page at this stage, and we would love for more to join. I was thinking we should have announced it while we were speaking to the students, because
We have the right crowd there, yes.
We encourage high school students, anybody who is on Facebook, to join. And I was also thinking I might start posting requests for pictures and ideas. I had to hunt around to find a picture of the lighting ceremony. I found a nice one of Peter and people singing.
I look younger.
But there will be opportunities for people from the community to also contribute things that then we can post and share.
All right, anybody?
I just want to, regarding Pleasantville Strong, I just wanted to note that it's an event for both students and parents. They're going to be having simultaneous workshops, 3 different workshops. So I encourage parents to come and also to bring your children. Grades 7 through 12 would be appropriate for.
Great. All right, then the last of my announcements is, as you may have heard before, we have scheduled the 14th Annual Pleasantville Music Festival for July 14, 2018, but the reason I bring it up now is that the festival director has posted the December Ticket Fest. I'll read this directly. It's your chance to get tickets for the 2018 festival for everyone on your holiday gift list at the lowest prices they will ever be available at. Through the end of 2017, adult tickets are only $35. Students 12 to 21 and seniors 65 and older are only $25. You can get your tickets online. Go to the PleasantvilleMusicFestival.com website or visit the box office at the Pleasantville Recreation Center at 48 Marble Avenue, weekdays between 8 and 4. The box office at the Rec Center, cash and check only. You can pay with credit card online, but transaction fees apply. So great opportunity. The Ticket Fest prices will be available through December 31 at midnight, and as it says right here, as the ball drops, prices rise. So there you have it. All right. With that, we will head to our resolutions. Number 194, Nicole.
Okay. Resolved that the pre-check register dated November 27, 2017 is hereby approved as listed below. Beginning with the general fund, $1,207,629.27. Special purpose fund, $200. Water fund, $97,255.42. Capital fund, $1,000, $577.49. Refuse fund, $130,963.05 for a total of $1,437,625.23.
Is there a second?
Second.
I want to reassure you that we do not spend this kind of money every 2 weeks.
Yes.
This particular check register includes our annual payments to the New York State and local retirement plans, both for our uniformed and non-uniformed employees, and as a result, it produces an eye-popping number. So, any questions or concerns?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. 195. Steve.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby appoints the following part-time recreation assistants for the Panther Club effective November 27, 2017 at a salary of $20 per hour. Victoria Smith, Phil Salamure, and Subreen Basaid.
Is there a second?
Second.
Comments or questions?
Straightforward.
All in
Effective
favor?
immediately, right?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. Colleen, 196.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the request from the police chief to attend the Police-Assisted Addiction and Recovery Initiative Conference in Boston, Mass. on December 5th and 6th.
Is there a second?
Second.
Happy to have the chief undertaking that further training. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. 197, Joe.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the village attorney to proceed with the settlement of certiorari petition by Pleasantville Gardens as designated in the official tax map, section 106.6, block 1, and lots 16.1008 through 16.3001 as follows for the years 2009, 2010, and 2011 for a total refund for those 3 years of $7,403.42. And further resolved that the village treasurer is authorized to issue the applicable refunds in the amount of $7,403.42 to the petitioner's attorney upon receipt of an executed order from the court.
Is there a second?
Second.
So this cert settlement is the subject of a confidential memo from our certiorari attorneys, which we reviewed in executive session. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion approved. 198 in the same ilk.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the village attorney to proceed with the settlement of certiorari petition by Campus LLC as designated on the official tax map, section 99.14, block 1, and lot 78 as follows for the years 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, and 2016 for a total refund of $47,553.94. And further resolved that the village treasurer is authorized to issue the applicable refunds in the amount of $47,553.94 to the petitioner's attorney upon receipt as an executed order from the court.
Is there a second?
Second.
Likewise, a matter we've discussed in executive session based on the advice of counsel.
Can I just say something, and that is, you know, when we say that they're refund, I feel like it's misleading to the public that the money sort of comes from somewhere else. When we have to refund someone money for certioraries, it comes from everybody else's money. The number is the number. And I'd actually like to suggest that maybe one work session we dedicated to educating the public about certioraries, you know, and what they're about and what the rates are and how these work. Because I think we go through these sessions all the time and people sort of think, oh, somebody's getting money back. No, that money's coming from everybody else's pocket.
Right.
So I'd just like to suggest that for maybe going forward sometime to have a little, little work
That's
session.
a good idea.
Sounds good.
With the, I mean, who would?
Well,
maybe
even
the
to get, you know,
assessor
even
or-
to get our assessor and maybe
Yeah.
one of our attorneys in, we've talked about, you know, why we don't necessarily fight them or why we're always, you know, why we're refunding them and why that happens. I think it would be worth it, not picking on one particular certiorari, but in general, how the process works.
But,
Yeah, no, that's great. I'm just trying to think who'd be best. Probably Judge Siebert would do a great job
Yeah.
with that.
I think it's important to emphasize when we do that, that a lot of these have nothing to do with the fact that perhaps we over-assessed or made some sort of a mistake. It's a systemic problem with our taxing system that puts us in this position, even though 1 year the tax rate is right, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, because of changes in equalization rates, all of a sudden we're over-assessing somebody, or they're claiming we are, and it's very difficult to disprove because of the system.
And in the village, I think it's further complicated because we're dealing with a town. So people, you know, petition both. And so you're leaning on those decisions as well. So I'd like us to maybe put something together and talk to the public.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. All right, all in favor of
Aye.
Resolution 198?
Grudgingly.
Aye. 200, Colleen.
No.
No,
Oh,
it's
sorry,
Steve.
Steve.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby amends the master fee schedule to add the following: site plan legalization application fee up to $1,000 per violation.
I'll second that.
Did we skip one?
Yeah, the janitorial bid.
No,
It's not in here.
I
don't
don't
have
see
it.
that. Yeah, I
This
don't
is
see
the
that.
next
How
one
come?
on
You have
our
an
list.
add-on?
You're right, where's
Judy?
199? Well, we have it in, we just don't have it in Novus.
We'll do it at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, that's strange, Novus didn't pick it up.
Well, do you want to,
That's why you're on 200 now from 198.
well, we should get it done, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
we need to do it,
All
yeah.
Now
right, so
read
let's
it.
do 200 and we'll back up to
Thank you,
199.
sorry.
Why don't you give that to Colleen and she can,
Must have been a cut, must
all
have been
right,
cut
so
and paste.
is there a
Sorry,
second
Colleen, you
on
got
number
the wrong
200?
one.
Yes, I second it.
Amending the master fee schedule. So Patty, you want to describe where this legalization fee would come into play?
I'd be happy to. On occasion, we have seen site plans violated by, you know, people who are supposed to follow certain instructions of the planning commission or just certain conditions of their approval. And what we can do currently in those situations is issue a notice of violation and seek a remedy in local justice court, which could be up to $500. But sometimes these violations are egregious, and they really do warrant not only that action in justice court, they warrant reappearing before the planning commission and then requiring everybody's energy, you know, expended to try to figure out how to go forward with these types of violations. So we don't have a legalization fee, and we don't have a remedy to bring people back before the Planning Commission other than a regular site plan review. So we would like to have a site plan legalization fee in place, specifically in those instances where people violate their site plans.
Would that then help bring them back before the planning commission?
Yes, they would have to go if they were found to be in violation of their site
So
plan.
this
Anyway.
remedy or this application fee remedy helps?
Well, because at that point, we're bound with some legal expenses. We have
Right.
other planning expenses that we'll be incurring. Sometimes we have other administrative costs, and,
Good.
you know, just to bring them in through a regular application process really doesn't capture
Doesn't
the
have the
impact
teeth.
of what's happening to everybody else as a consequence of the violation. So we're asking the board to establish this fee so we could use it.
Is that the right
going
number?
forward. I think that's fair, you know, $1,000 per violation. It would,
And how is a violation defined? That there could be multiple violations?
That
I
would
mean,
be-
let's just say, for example,
That would be defined.
someone put up lights that hadn't been approved and took down some sort of landscape buffer that had been required to be kept in the site plan. Is that 2 violations?
I
That is,
think
each
we would
item
ar-
is its own violation?
Yeah, I think we'd argue that to the court, that
Mhm.
anytime there's a deviation from the site plan, it's a violation.
And is there anything we would want to say here to support that idea?
No, I think that would have to find its way through the court.
Okay.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Any
Because
further-
that process would have to precede this. You know, they'd have to be found guilty, and then they'd have to
Okay.
come in for this.
All right, any further comment on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. Now we're going to back up to number 199, Colleen.
Whereas sealed bids were advertised in the official village newspaper and received on November 16, 2017 for janitorial services. And whereas bids were received as per the following, as follows. There were 5 bidders: Yes Enterprises, Alvarez Cleaning, Building Services, Reliable Cleaning, Able Building Services. Went from a yearly bid of $57,710,000 to $81,664,000. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby awards the bid to Yes Enterprises, Inc., 15 Sunset Lane, Croton on Hudson, New York, in the amount of $4,728.47 per month, which was also the $57,710 yearly bid.
Is there a second?
Second.
Yes is the incumbent in some past contracts?
We've had Yes work here for many years, and
Right.
they've done a very good job. So we're not disappointed at all with the results. We're happy, you know, to know that we know the company coming in this time, and we
Right.
think that they'll do very well.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion approved. 201, Joe.
201, resolve that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the minutes of the meeting held on November 13, 2017.
Is there a second?
Second.
Comments or corrections to the minutes?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Let me just say, one piece of that meeting was a brief description, which I will give in greater detail later, of my visit to the legislative priority meetings of the New York Conference of Mayors in Albany a couple of weeks ago. One of the matters of concern that remains a matter of concern is the proposed federal repeal of the state and local tax deduction. Currently, both the Senate and the House of Representatives versions of tax reform either eliminate or limit the deductibility of state and local taxes. That is obviously a matter of significant concern to many folks in Pleasantville and across New York State, and a matter of very significant concern in quite a number of states. So I very, very much encourage everybody to dig into that subject a little bit if it's a matter of concern to you, and let your representatives know how you feel. I can report that our immediate representatives, Nita Lowy in the House and Senator Schumer and Gillibrand in the Senate, have both expressed their opposition to this proposed repeal, but that is not the case for every member of Congress from New York State. And given the fact that all of those folks cast a vote that affects all of us, it wouldn't be inappropriate to consider contacting them as well. So, did we vote on the minutes? All in favor?
Aye.
I guess we already did. 202, a late addition to
Great one.
our list.
Resolved that in recognition of their spectacular season that culminated in being crowned the New York State Class B champions, the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the Village of Pleasantville to host a parade in honor of the Pleasantville High School Football Panthers 2018 championship team on Sunday, December 3rd, 2017. Said Parade of Champions will commence at 11:15 a.m. at the intersection of Wheeler Avenue and Bedford Road and proceed along Bedford Road, then march south on Romer Avenue to terminate at the high school circle.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to
Yeah.
the team, and we'll put out more information as we collectively work with the school district and the football families figure out exactly how this event will go, but wanted to get it on the calendar right away as soon as possible while the excitement was still fresh. So any further new business or any comment from the public? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good evening. See you in 2 weeks on Monday, December 11th.